The narrative giggled, then popped out of Dirk's head and dashed away, scampering on tiny little dactylic feet, which is still a good pun, even if it had already been used on page 53. "Tell me where the bomb is, you bastard!" Dr. Crandall shouted, slamming his fist out over the lid of the antique grand piano. Brandy, the World War I-era German soldier, spat a mouthful of blood onto the faded Persian rug. "Never!" he cried in a gurgling scream. Another gust of bone-chilling, snow-pregnant wind blasted them, howling in through the broken French window. The enormous crystal chandelier above the two men swayed wildly, but even more chilling than the wind, even more dangerous than the unstable Chekhov's chandelier, were the men's glares. They paced in a slow circle around the grand lobby of this abandoned ski lodge, both keeping their pistols leveled squarely at the center of the other's chest. Only one of the pistols was loaded. "It's over, Brandy!" the doctor bellowed over the wind. "Can't you see that you've lost? I've already released the hostages, and..." He stepped over the body of the panther that still lay sprawled on the ground, "and I found the sacred katana! Just tell me how to disarm the bomb and I'll let you live!" Brandy laughed a joyless laugh as he grabbed the last Fabergé egg off the billiard table and hurled it out the window. It was instantly consumed by the blizzard. Dr. Crandall winced. "Even if I know where it is," Brandy said, his accent thick, "what makes you think I know how to disarm it?" His limp was getting more pronounced by the minute. "Queen's rook to A4!" he yelled as another strong gust of wind made the chandelier swing even more erratically. "Bishop to A4, Dr. Crandall immediately countered, inching closer to Brandy. "Check." The orphans watching from the second floor balcony gasped and huddled closer together, clutching the black leather briefcase as if their lives depended on it. And they did. A sly grin spread across Brandy's face. "Good Herr Doctor," he said, also drawing in closer. "I knew I could count on you. King to D7. Check." Now it was Dr. Crandall who laughed, moving closer still until the two men were inches apart. "I knew you'd do that, and knowing that you'd know, I knew that you'd be so eager to lure me into your trap that you'd get careless. Pawn to C6. They now stood nose to nose, each man's gun pressing directly against the other's chest. Checkmate. "We both always knew it would end this way, didn't we?" Brandy said, barely whispering. "Yes, we did," Dr. Crandall whispered back. "I'm sorry, brother." The chandelier's chain snapped. Both men pulled the trigger. "God damn it! What did I say last time?" Dirk yelled to the narrative. "Stay over here and fucking behave yourself! Christ!" The narrative hung his head abashedly and crept back towards Dirk, leaving the abandoned ski lodge and its story to be forever unfinished. "I don't know where you were," Dirk said to the disobedient narrative, "but wherever it was, I'm sure it was less interesting than what's happening here." The narrative settled back into Dirk's head with a resentful grumble. "Can I ask my fucking question now?" Pawnee said, "or do I need to sit through more of your horse shit first?" "Sorry, I think I've got it under control now," Dirk said. "Just gotta keep a tighter leash on this thing. It's dangerous to give stuff like that too much autonomy. Trust me, I know." "Ignore him," Anna said. "Just go ahead and ask me." Pawnee took a deep breath and all but shouted, "Who the fuck is my real father?" "Oh yeah," Dirk said, perking up. "I almost forgot about that subplot. I can actually answer that one for you. Nobody. Or I guess whoever I said it was the first time. Ron Swanson, right? But yeah, there was no big oracular reveal planned, no mystery to be solved. I know who your real father is was just a silly overdramatic one-liner, a throwaway joke, like almost everything else about your character." "Wait, shit, that came out wrong. I mean, I know his name," Pam said abruptly. "I don't know how I know it, but I do." Pawnee turned to face Pam. "Tell me," she said. "I need to know." "Alright," Pam said. "Your real father's name is..." "Cliffhanger?" Dirk whispered hopefully. Anna shushed him. "Mr. Sanders, the naturalist," Pam said. Silence. Not a pregnant silence, or a shocked silence, or an anticipatory silence. Just a flat, thudding silence. The kind of silence that happens when a stage actor forgets a cue line, or when two old friends discover they no longer have anything in common, or when children at a birthday party break open a piñata and it turns out there isn't any candy inside. Just, for some inexplicable reason, dozens of ballpoint pens, which isn't bad really because they're pretty nice pens, but at the same time it's a little disappointing because the kids reasonably expected candy, so you know. It was a silence as if the whole world was saying, "Oh." "Oh," said Pawnee. Who's Mr. Sanders?" "I have no fucking idea," said Pam. "He's your father, Pawnee," Anna said, gently putting her hand on Pawnee's shoulder. Pawnee shrugged it off. "He went to faraway places to study animals like elephants and monkeys. Lulu's mother died when Lulu was 4 years old." "Lulu?" Pawnee interrupted. "That woman who left with Acorn called me a Lulu too. Who is that?" "It's you, Pawnee," Anna said. "Or the you in the original story. After that, Lulu's father took Lulu on his animal trips. When she turned 10, her father decided that Lulu should live in one place for a while. That's when she came to Wiggins to stay with her grandmother." "What? No!" Pawnee said, recoiling from Anna. "My mother didn't die! She eloped with Joe Biden, and I live with Greg Daniels and Michael Schur, not my grandmother, and I'm not a girl named Lulu, I'm the goddamn city of Pawnee, Indiana!" Pam furrowed her brow. "That doesn't sound quite right." "Exactly!" Anna said excitedly. "Because it makes no fucking sense! Pawnee, you were supposed to be a normal girl, population 1. I mean, how the fuck can someone be simultaneously a city and a girl anyway? It's literally nonsensical. It's all because," she jabbed an accusatory finger towards Dirk, "of him. Like I explained to you earlier, we're all the product of 2 stories, a primary one written by Jean Betancourt and an overlaid one written by him. Lulu is who you were in Betancourt's book, but his rewrite changed you into Pawnee, Indiana. Thanks to his meddling, your whole past, your whole identity has been changed. You're not a city. Your father isn't Ron Swanson, and all your memories before we found that cat aren't real." Pawnee was clutching her head, reeling in shock. Can you blame her? She just got some really fucking heavy news. I think we can all understand if she needs to sit the next few paragraphs out while she deals with this stuff. "Hang on," Pam said to Anna, while Pawnee staggered over to a tree and leaned against it. "Her memories aren't real? But Anna, are our memories any more real than hers? If we're characters in book like you explained to us while we were hidden by your arm juice light thingy, then how are we different from Pawnee? We're all just assembled fictions." "Okay, yes," Anna said, "but most of our memories and personalities are from the real text, the original one, the right one." "But that's what I'm saying," Pam replied as Pawnee slumped to the ground. "Why is that text right? It's the original one, sure, but why does originality have any moral value attached to it?" "And really," Dirk interjected, breaking his spectatorial silence, "one could argue that while Betancourt's text is original, mine has more originality. There are literally hundreds of children's books about ponies and horses and other such equine folderol. But how many books can you think of in which one of these ponies chats with a demonic cat about cephalophores, scripture, and Dostoevsky novels? That shit ain't in Black Beauty, I promise you that." "Stop trying to confuse us," Anna snapped at him. "Pam, do you not feel it, that this isn't who we're supposed to be, how we're supposed to be?" "Who cares about supposed to?" Pam said. "It's how we are." "Anna's right," Dirk said calmly. "This world is wrong, it's rough and sleazy and ridiculous, but the world that it used to be was saccharine and sterilized and flat. It was a world of innocence, yes, but also of ignorance. I didn't just change it, I improved it." "No," Anna said as she slowly turned to face Dirk. "No, don't you fucking stand there and tell me that you honestly think this is better." Dirk shrugged. "It's more interesting, don't you agree, Pam?" "Stop trying to turn us against each other," Anna yelled. "Look at Pawnee, I would be pointing at her, but you fucking made me saw off my own left arm! How dare you say that Pawnee's better off? She's miserable. She doesn't know her real family. She has no stable concept of self because she thinks she's a city, and she's an alcoholic. She has a serious problem, Dirk. You keep using that phrase as a callback joke, but it's not fucking funny. The worst part is, we couldn't help her. You forced me and Pam to stand by and watch while Pawnee destroyed herself. I mean, what kind of friends will see that and not try to help? Pretty awful fucking friends, that's who." Dirk was starting to look uncomfortable again. "Maybe Pam's right," Anna said to Dirk. "Maybe your version of our story isn't ontologically or metaphysically wrong, but it's sure as hell morally wrong." Pawnee unsteadily rose to her feet, having apparently jerry-rigged her ego back together with twine and duct tape after it had been blasted apart by Anna. Pam rushed to Pawnee's side, ostensibly to help steady her, but also because she was frightening. Anna was charging, reverting to that chilling supernatural state beyond humanity. "It is wrong," Anna continued, "and we, all of us in the story, have been wronged by you. And wrongs must be redressed," Dirk said, calmer now.